Africa in 10 minutes, where we bring to you the top business news of the week as reported on Footprint to Africa. I'm Chemaka J. Uwadoka. This week in Africa, Footprint to Africa visits the CGC facility, China to attract multi-sector investments to Angola, UK investors express confidence in South Africa's market opportunities, Wealth Fund invests $180 million in Angola's first deep-sea port, Nigeria ratifies trade facilitation agreement, and Afreximbank earmarks $90 billion to boost African trade. And now the news in detail. Angola's Sovereign Wealth Fund, the FSDEA, has announced a $180 million investment in a deep-sea port in Angola as part of its $1.1 billion infrastructure fund in the country. The state-owned institution fund develops an investment portfolio across a number of industries and asset classes in accordance with international governance benchmarks and the investment policy and guidelines set by the state. The construction of the first deep-sea port in Angola, which is expected to create more than 20,000 jobs in the country, will be done in 2 phases. Moving on, following a showcase of investment opportunities in some of South Africa's priority sectors by the country's Minister of Trade and Industry, a group of UK investors have expressed their confidence in the country's service offerings. Minister Davis launched the revised Business Process Services Incentive at South Africa House in UK in 2014 to promote investor retention and expansion. He also said that the government had established Invest SA, a one-stop investment shop to encourage private sector investment in the country. In other news, Nigeria's Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Okechukwu Enelama, has submitted the country's instruments of acceptance of the Trade Facilitation Agreement to the World Trade Organization in Davos. Enelama said the ratification reflects Nigeria's commitment to the creation of a business-friendly environment in the country. In Angola, the Chinese embassy will work to mobilize Chinese investments aimed at boosting Angola's tourism, agriculture and construction sectors. This announcement was made by the Chinese ambassador to Angola in Luanda. The ambassador stressed that Huila, with its potential, represents an easy investment region that will attract Chinese business people and tourists and reaffirmed China's commitment to supporting several projects in the region. Over 30 years, CGCOC has successfully implemented thousands of projects in a number of countries, founded on the premise that infrastructure is the basic condition necessary for a country's development. The company's profile includes projects that span across various African markets, one of which includes road building in Ethiopia, the construction of pipe networks and wells in Cameroon, among others. The award-winning company boasts of a well-integrated cultural diversity in the workplace and has expanded into agriculture with an array of produce ready for harvest. Part of the aims of the agricultural endeavors is to transfer Chinese agricultural technology to local farmers for independent economic empowerment. According to the president of the group, the company aims to further promote Chinese agriculture's globalization and contribute to Africa's food self-sufficiency. Footprint to Africa was hosted to an extensive tour of the facility in Abuja, Nigeria, where they witnessed the progress of the farm.
Yes, as you mentioned, we have been here. We has already do a lot in this industry park, and this is an integrated park. We just want to do a value chain demonstration. Start with the rice and cassava seedlings and the seeds, and to the harvest, and to the processing, and towards to the marketing. And during the value chain, we will transfer Chinese agriculture technology to the farmers. And that is as an agriculture company based in Nigeria, we would like to do, and we'd like to share all the our experience in the agriculture development with Nigeria farmers.
Apart from the application of modern agricultural techniques, CGCOC pays special attention to the coordination of agriculture and the natural environment in the interest of sustainable development. CGOC Group has established modern agricultural parks in a number of African countries to provide the most cutting-edge technology to help the host countries achieve food security and improve the quality of agricultural development. The company has since established a joint venture with domestic agricultural companies and other African business partners under the China-Africa Agriculture Cooperative Platform. That wraps up this week's trending news. Stay tuned for a recap of the headlines. UK investors express confidence in South African market opportunities. Wealth Fund invests $180 million in Angola's first deep-sea port. Nigeria ratifies trade facilitation agreement. Afreximbank earmarks $90 billion to boost African trade. China to attract multi-sector investments to Angola. Footprints Africa visits the CGC Group. For questions, comments, or to keep up with the trending business news, stay connected. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. This news and reports are called from Footprints Africa. For daily updates and more business news in Africa, visit www.footprintsafrica.com today. Footprints Africa, business news made in Africa by Africans.